the name of the tree? Yes, it was the Bodhi tree, a Bodhi tree. It's called the Bodhi tree because that's where recluse Gautama as Bodhisattva attains Buddhahood. That's where he realizes the truth about life. That's why it's called the Bodhi tree. Bodhi means realization. Now, meritorious children, I'm sure you have seen Bodhi trees. They're planted in most monasteries and temples. They're the beautiful, huge trees that has a heart-shaped leaf. So, meritorious children, the Bodhisattva went around this Bodhi tree to find the right place to sit down. And so he decided to sit down facing the eastern direction. Which direction? The eastern direction. So he put his bundles of grass and made a seat out of them. And he put his robe on top and he sat down facing the eastern direction. Now, when he sat, he could see the beautiful river Nirvana flowing in front of him. So, meritorious children, the Bodhisattva, recluse Gautama, knew that day after sitting down that this was the day that he was going to attain Buddhahood. Meritorious children, it was a Vesak full moon day over 2,600 years ago. How many years ago? Over 2,600 years ago. It was a Vesak full moon day that the Bodhisattva sat under that tree and determined to attain Buddhahood. Now, meritorious children, after sitting down on that seat, recluse Gautama made a very powerful determination. He determined, may my flesh and blood get dried up if they were to get dried up, and let only my skin, bones and veins remain if they were to remain. If there is a Nibbana to be attained by the effort of a man, I'm not going to stand up from this seat without having attained that Buddhahood. Now, look at the power of that determination. What did he determine? Yes, he thought to himself, let my flesh and blood get dried up if they were to get dried up, and let my skin, my bones and veins remain if they were to remain. If there is a Buddhahood to be attained by the effort of a man, what did he think? He said, I'm not going to get up from this seat until I attain Buddhahood. Meritorious children, that determination has a special name. It's called the foursome endued determination. What's it called? The foursome endued determination. I know it's a difficult phrase or a word to remember, but you must remember it. What is it called again? The foursome endued determination. That's the determination recluse Gautama as Bodhisattva made sitting under that Bodhi tree. So he thought to himself that he's not going to get up no matter what. Even if his flesh and blood gets dried up, he's not going to get up until he attains Buddhahood. Now, meritorious children, look at the powerfulness of that determination. Now imagine we sit down for 5 minutes thinking we're going to meditate. Can we sit down for 5 minutes and meditate without getting up? No. A mosquito bite is enough for us to get up, isn't it? So imagine the Bodhisattva determining that he's not going to get up even if his flesh and blood gets dried up. You must realize, you must understand the powerfulness of this determination. Only a Buddha to be, or a bodhisattva, makes such a determination. So meritorious children, after making that determination, the bodhisattva started to focus on his breathing. Now at that time, something very interesting happened. The Mara realized that the bodhisattva is on his way to escaping from his control. Now remember, we talked about the Mara several times in our journey. We talked about him twice before. Who is the Mara? The Mara is called the evil one. Remember, he doesn't want anyone in this world to escape from this cycle of birth and death. He doesn't want anyone to escape from suffering. He doesn't want anyone to attain Nibbana, true happiness. He wants to keep everyone in this world under his control. So the Mara tries his best to stop people from attaining Nibbana. So when the Mara realized that recluse Gautama, the Bodhisattva, is trying to attain Nibbana, he quickly came down to stop him. The Mara, along with his army, came to the Bodhi tree. Now, meritorious children, the Mara is a very powerful person. He is the person who's controlling this whole world. He's very powerful. He has a lot of powers. So along with his army, the Mara came to the Bodhi tree carrying 1,000 weapons. How many weapons? Carrying 1,000 weapons. And his army was so huge. It was big. His army was so big that it spread all the way to 1,000 miles in all directions. So imagine how big the army must have been. The Mara has a huge army. So the Mara came and he tried his best to stop Prince Siddhartha. What did he do? He tried his best to stop Prince Siddhartha. So he carried the weapons and came along with his army, and he tried to scare off Prince Siddhartha. What did he try to do? He tried to scare off Prince Siddhartha. The Mara came to the Bodhi tree on a huge tusker. He came on a huge tusker. A tusker is an elephant with tusks. This tusker was named Giri Mekala. What was the name? The name was Giri Mekala. So the Mara came to the Bodhi tree on this tusker named Giri Mekala. This elephant was a huge elephant. It was a very big elephant. It was a very strong elephant. And so when the Mara and his army came towards the Bodhi tree, all the gods, all the devas and brahmas and nagas who were there got so scared. Now remember, when the devas and the nagas and the brahmas realized that Bodhisattva was going to attain Buddhahood that day, they were very happy. They were enjoying themselves. They were singing songs, playing music. They were enjoying themselves, and they surrounded the Bodhisattva. When the Mara and the army came towards the Bodhi tree, everyone there got terrified. So everyone started to run away. There was the great Sakka there, and he ran back to his heavenly world. There was the Brahma, the great Brahma there. He got scared and he went back to the Brahma world. And there were Nagas there who were singing songs, and they got scared and they went back down to the Naga world. Everyone got scared. So when the Devas, the Brahmas and Nagas left the Bodhisattva was all alone in that forest. The Bodhisattva thought, such a huge army has come to fight with a single me. Remember, the Bodhisattva is all alone, and there's a huge army surrounding the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva thought, such a big army has come to fight with a single me who's all alone. He thought, my mother isn't here, my father isn't here, my siblings aren't here, my relatives aren't here with me to protect me. And the Bodhisattva thought, the merit I collected in my past lives is the only thing that's here with me. What did he think? He thought the merit that he had collected, things that he had done in the past, are the only things that are there with him to help him, to protect him. Now, meritorious children, in order to become a Buddha, you must do certain things. They're called the 10 perfections. What are they called? The 10 perfections. So for thousands of eons, the Bodhisattva did various things. He collected merit. He did many things in order to become a Buddha. So let's learn what he did in his past lives that helped him to become a Buddha. Remember, meritorious children, the Bodhisattva is the most meritorious person in this world, right? So he did a lot of actions to collect merit in his past lives for thousands of lives. For thousands of eons, the Bodhisattva collected merit, and it was this merit that would help him to attain Buddhahood. Meritorious children, as the Bodhisattva in previous lives, the Bodhisattva gave a lot of alms. What did he do? He gave a lot of alms. That means he practiced generosity. He gave food to others, he gave water to others, he gave houses to others, he gave everything a person could ever give to another person. He was a very generous person. He had a generous heart as the Bodhisattva. So by giving, the Bodhisattva collected a lot of merit. Not only that, as the Bodhisattva in his previous lives protected precepts, what did he do? He protected precepts. He didn't kill living beings. He didn't lie. He didn't engage in sexual misconduct. He was faithful to his wife. Not only that, he never stole. He never took anything that belonged to another person. And he never drank alcohol or took any other drugs. In this way, the Bodhisattva protected precepts in his past lives. He led a very virtuous life. He never killed a living being. He never stole. He never took anything that belonged to another person. He never engaged in sexual misconduct. He was very faithful to his wife. And he never lied. He never spoke harsh speech, divisive speech. He never tried to break other people's friendships. And he never spoke empty, worthless things. He always spoke the truth. And he never drank alcohol. And he never took drugs. So in this way, he protected precepts. And when you protect precepts, you collect a lot of merit. So in this way, for many number of births in many previous lives, the Bodhisattva protected precepts and collected a lot of merit. Not only that, the Bodhisattva practiced meditation. He practiced meditation in previous lives and he collected a lot of merit. The Bodhisattva was a person who practiced loving kindness. Now, what does it mean to practice loving kindness? Yes, he thinks, may I be free from anger, may I be free from ill will, may I be free from jealousy, may I be well and happy, and may all beings in this world be free from anger, be free from ill will, jealousy, and may all beings live happily. In this way, the Bodhisattva had a mind of loving kindness, a mind of Metta. The Bodhisattva didn't get angry, not even for a moment. People tried to get him to be angry, but the Bodhisattva didn't get angry, not even for a moment. Now imagine the amazing life, the amazing character the Bodhisattva had in previous lives. He didn't get angry even for a moment. He had a heart full of metta, loving kindness. Not only that, meritorious children, the Bodhisattva had a continuous effort. He always tried his best to do what's right and to abandon what's wrong. He always did the right thing and he always abandoned doing bad things. Throughout many lives, he practiced doing this. And no one could stop his effort. He always made an effort, a continuous effort to do good things. Not only that, he had a strong determination to do good things and abandon bad things. No one could change his determination. Although the Bodhisattva had to face many obstacles and problems and hurdles, the Bodhisattva never gave up. He never gave up. He always tried his best to do good things and abandon bad things. He was a very determined person. He never got discouraged. And these are the amazing qualities the Bodhisattva practiced in his previous lives that helped him to attain Buddhahood. And there are 10 things altogether that he practiced. So in this way, sitting under that Bodhi tree, the Bodhisattva thought, I have no one. My mother isn't here with me, my father isn't here with me, my siblings aren't here with me, my relatives aren't here with me. The only thing I have is the merit that I had collected. The only thing I have is the power of the 10 perfections that I have practiced throughout many eons, throughout thousands of my previous lives. That's the only thing that I have to help me. So in this way, the Bodhisattva started to think to himself. He was all alone under that tree, surrounded by the evil Mara along with his army. Now, meritorious children, at that time, the Mara tried his best to stop the Bodhisattva from attaining Nibbana. He tried to make many obstacles. What are obstacles? Yes, obstacles are things to stop a person from reaching his goal. So guess what the Mara did? The Mara, with his powers, created a huge tornado. What did he create? A huge tornado. Powerful winds were swirling around. It was so powerful that it even uprooted trees in the area. What happened? Yeah, the wind was so powerful that it uprooted trees in the area. The tornado was so powerful, but it didn't affect the Bodhisattva. Even the corner of his robe didn't move by the tornado. Now, why do you think that was? It was because of the merit It was the power of the merit the Bodhisattva collected in his previous life that helped him. Now after that, when the Bodhisattva remained unaffected, the Mara got even more angry. And so what did he do? Yes, he created a huge shower, a very big and powerful shower. That means a powerful rain started to pour down from the sky. It was so powerful that it even created holes in the ground. That's how powerful the water was pouring down. But do you think it affected the Bodhisattva? No. Not even a single drop of the rain could wet the Bodhisattva. The Bodhisattva remained unaffected. Now the Mara got even angrier. And what do you think he did next? He created a shower of hot rocks. What did he do? He created a shower of hot rocks. They were like mountains burning, and they started to pour down onto the ground. Now imagine how hot it must have felt. Now we know if we burn a finger to a flame, how hurting it is, isn't it? So imagine how hot it must have been when hot rocks, burning rocks, are pouring down from the sky. But do you think it affected the Bodhisattva? No. Because of the power of the merit the Bodhisattva had collected, those burning rocks turned to flowers in front of the Bodhisattva, in front of Prince Siddhartha. Now the Mara got even more angrier. The Mara thought, no, Prince Siddhartha is trying to escape from my control. I'm not going to let him do it. So he continued to create many other things. The Mara created a shower of burning coal. Now have you seen coal? Yes, the coal is what we use to make fires, right? So he made a shower of burning coal to try to scare off the Bodhisattva. And what do you think happened? Yes, just like before, those burning coal turned into flowers in front of the Bodhisattva. The Mara got even more furious, and the Mara started to create a shower of ashes, hot ashes. Do you think it affected the Bodhisattva? No, it didn't affect the Bodhisattva. In this way, meritorious children, Mara tried to create many obstacles for the Bodhisattva. But because of the Bodhisattva's previous merit, no one could shake Bodhisattva. No one could scare him off. The Bodhisattva remained fearless sitting under that Bodhi tree. So meritorious children, today we learned about the obstacles the Bodhisattva had to face in the face of Mara, in his path, in his journey to attaining Buddhahood. So in our next episode, we'll continue to talk about all the obstacles that the Mara created to stop the Bodhisattva from attaining Nibbana, from attaining true happiness. So until next time, I want you to remember all the things we learned today, and we'll continue to learn about the amazing life of our great teacher, the Supreme Buddha. So I bless you. May you have the opportunity to realize the Supreme Buddha's Dhamma in this Gautham Buddha's dispensation. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo Buddhaya.